Hello, my beautiful Scorpios. Hello, hello. Welcome in. If you're new, welcome back. If you've been here before, excuse me. You are a sign that I have not been reading for consistently because there wasn't a lot of interest in my Scorpio videos. But recently I put up videos for the 4 signs that I don't do all the time. And Scorpio is one that requested that I continue. And as promised, I will continue as long as there is going to be interest. So this video will be posted, this reading will be posted on Friday, June 12th at 5. I try to post my videos consistently on Fridays at 5 p.m. So they're there for the weekend and typically the messages for the following week. But whenever you come to this, if the title catches your eye, I trust there will be a message for you. Please remember, this is a collective reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates and leave the rest. Alrighty. So the 12th, when this is posted, that is the release of the movie Disclosure Day, and I'm expecting to see a lot of people commenting and talking and discussing that movie. I'd also love to know your thoughts on it if you go see it. Also, Sunday the 14th is a new moon in Gemini. Excuse me. So the new moon is a time to reset, put out your intentions for the next 28 to 30 days between the new moon and the full moon. And being in the sign of Gemini, that is a very talkative, social sign. So you may be drawn on, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday to be around people, even to strike up new friendships, new conversations, and things like that. So be aware of that. Set your intentions, what you want to happen, maybe especially on the communication side of things, right? Because it will be helped along by that new moon in Gemini. Okay, so interestingly enough, the reading that I did for you where the person asked me to continue was, I think the title was something like You Deserve Better. So this time we are using the Soul's Journey lesson cards for the Oracle, the main Oracle deck for the end message, as well as a brand new deck that I got called Mystic Whispers. So you're the first sign to have a card out of that deck because it just arrived yesterday. Okay, so you got, no other sign has had 2 cards come out for their Oracle, but you have Surrender, I Can Release My Need to Control, and Freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. Now, it looks like this reading is building on the last reading about You Deserve Better, right? You can release your need to control. Sometimes when we try to control our outcome too much, we hang on, and I'm thinking about that song. It's older. It was called Hold On Loosely. And for some reason, I know who the band is, and I can't think of it right now. It's on the tip of my tongue. So we cannot try to manage and manipulate every little thing in our lives because then we're out of flow, right? We're not allowing things. So I can release my need to control. And then when you do that, you achieve freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness, right? So going with the flow, when we try to hold on and manage and manipulate everything, that is not freedom, right? That causes stress and anxiety because we're trying so hard to control everything. So there is a good lesson there for that. All right, I'm going to face the camera down and we're going to pull the tarot. So just one moment, please. All right, we are using my beautiful Journey to Oz and Wonderland deck. I absolutely love this deck, love the imagery on it. Sometimes I do have to refer to the guidebook because this deck does have some bonus cards in it that aren't, regular tarot cards. I've only seen one other reader use this. I'm trying to think who it is. I think it's the Intuitive Soul Coach, maybe. She has this deck as well. I haven't seen there's no other reader that I've seen on YouTube that has this deck. So The Wizard of Oz is my favorite movie. Number 1 favorite movie, and second favorite is The Birdcage. I love that movie. Okay, so let's see what the tarot has for my beautiful Scorpios to build on surrender and freedom. Yeah, what do we have? It was so hot here. I'm in Maine, and we're getting into the summer months. It's a little bit rainy here today, so it cooled off a bit. But yesterday, I want to say it was like 87, and it was so humid because it was about to rain, so the humidity was off the charts. And so I said to my husband, we don't have central air here. Some people do, but we don't. And I said, I think we should put the AC in the bedroom because I think we're going to have a hard time sleeping. So put the AC in the bedroom, cooled the bedroom off. It was beautiful. We have a ceiling fan in there. But I have a hard time sleeping with noise. So so having the AC on and off, because once it gets up to temperature, then it shuts off and it's on and off. So I woke up so many times last night. I hardly got any sleep. It was so frustrating. My husband snores, and so that bothers his throat. So he doesn't want to wear one of those CPAP machines. So he has like a I call it a mouthpiece. It's kind of like a retainer or whatever that keeps your tongue in place so you don't snore. Well, apparently in the middle... Oh, speak of the devil. Okay, sorry about that. So anyway, what I was saying is, so apparently in the middle of the night, somehow he spit his mouthpiece out. So he was snoring really loudly, and that woke me up, and I don't want to wake him up because, he works hard, and I'm like, why should two people lose sleep? So I just suffered through it, and I just could not sleep last night. Oh my goodness. So when he got up, he gets up about an hour before I do. So when he got up, I said, turn off the air conditioner, please. And he did. And I fell into a deep sleep only for an hour when my alarm went off and woke me up. So I'm hoping that tonight I'm going to get a little bit more sleep. And he's going to put the rest of the AC. So we have 4 air conditioners. We have a ranch style house with a full basement. So we have strategically decided to put air conditioners in 4 of the rooms. So it really cools off the whole house that way. With that and the ceiling fans. I don't know why I'm telling you all this. Maybe it's hot where you are. I don't know. All right. So moving on, I will get through the day. So the other thing that happened yesterday, we have a truck and a Prius. I typically drive the Prius. Well, right now, gas prices are high, so my husband drives further than I do to work, and I only work Monday through Thursday. So he's been driving the Prius. So I had the truck yesterday. Went out for my lunch break. I like to get away from my desk at lunch, so went out and I went over to the grocery store and grabbed some things, and then all of a sudden the AC in the truck started making this weird noise, and I was like, what the heck is that? So I turned it off, and after work I stopped by the shop and asked them if they could look at it and tell me, is it a belt? What is it? Well, come to find out, the AC, whatever it is, the AC motor, I don't know what it's called, blower motor, AC motor, is seized up. So because it was so hot and humid yesterday, and I have a 30-minute drive home, oh my gosh, I was like so sweaty when I got home yesterday. And so the truck's got to go in and get that AC fixed, and so that's a $1,500 or so, could be even more than that, expense we were not expecting. But you know what? I'm grateful that we have the means to pay for it. I'm sure if that happened to some people, they would just not be able to fix it. And so I have to be grateful. Our truck is a Toyota. It has 240,000 miles on it, and it is a fantastic vehicle. So we will fix it, and we own it. We don't have any payments on it. All right, Scorpios, Page of Pentacles. It took a while to get these cards out. Look at that. It's Toto. Page of Pentacles, this is embarking on something new to do with how you spend your time, your energy, and your money, right? Pages are also messengers. So you could have some sort of message coming through regarding how you spend your time, how you spend your energy, your efforts, right? Or your money. Could be something to do with work. but it could be something to do with relationships, friendships, right? You may get a message, and this message doesn't have to be from a person. It can be from your guides or even your own inner guidance, right? Telling you about where are you spending your time and energy? Is that the best place for it? The next card is the Emperor. This is Aries energy. I have to try to hold these cards so you can see it, okay? Because it's in gold, so it reflects. The Emperor. This is the Wizard. And he's got the Emerald City on the top of his head. The imagery in this deck, as I said, is so cool. So the Emperor is all about bringing chaos into order. The Emperor is a masculine energy. It is very strong and very controlling, right? Aries is the ram. The Aries can sometimes be my way or the highway. And sometimes Aries is quick to anger, quick to say something, before they think, right? So this energy is wanting to get things in order. Now, it could be you wanting to do that, or somebody could be trying to control you. So it can go either way with that. Then you have the Four of Pentacles. This is all about balancing how you spend your money, time, energy, effort. That's what this is all about. And we just were talking about that with the Page of Pentacles. So those being on either side of the Emperor, this is really asking you, right? Where are you spending your time, energy, and effort? Is there somebody who's trying to make you spend your time, money, energy, effort somewhere you don't want to? And I really believe this is building on that message I put up there about you deserve better. Now, this is the Six of Swords. Swords are communication. In the background, you see a black swan and a white swan. This sheep is trying to get to a new life, trying to sail away, right? But bringing old baggage with her. I guess it's a female. She's got a pink flower there. So she's bringing all of her old wool, old knitting, old projects, trying to do something new. And that's just not going to work, Scorpios, right? When you try to go to a new, better situation, you can't drag the negative energy with you. You have to let it go, right? Throw it out of that boat, okay? If you're going to do a clean slate, start something new, something better, you can't have the old attitude of negative thinking, grudges, grief, all that. You have to let it go. And then you have the Eight of Pentacles. This can sometimes be doing the work for the work's sake, right? Doing something just because, well, it's always been done this way, so I have to do it this way. Or I'm just going to do it because I know my bosses like it when I do this. It's also spending your time, energy, and effort on things just because it's expected of you, right? So it could be staying in a relationship because that's what people expect, right? So you're spending your time, energy, and effort in that. It could be going in early or staying late at a job just because people expect you to do it because you've always done it. And it may be time to draw a line here, right? So Eight of Pentacles, she is focused in on this one thing, and the rest of her food is going to get cold before she gets done with this because she's spending so much time on that one thing, right? The other way to look at that, and you'll have to take it how it resonates for you, is that you're spending the time, effort, and energy to perfect something, right? You really want to get it right. So there's always more than one way to see a tarot card. So this is next to this Six of Swords. Trying to perfect the new thing that you're going to could be blocking you and holding you up from actually getting there. It also goes along there. The spirits kind of sometimes gives me more things to say. So remember how I said that Emperor wants to get everything in order. That's crossing the T's, dotting the I's, and that's right below that. So you could be spending too much time on the planning phase of this instead of the action of it. Okay, so think about that. Take it as it resonates. And then you have the Sun. I always forget what this card is because it doesn't actually have it has rays of the sun shining on the flowers, making them extremely happy. This is the Garden of the Lively Flowers. And I mean, just look at the pure joy there. The sun is often a card of childhood happiness, right? When we're kids, we don't think about bills, credit cards, mortgages. We're just out there being happy. We're out there running around with our friends, doing kid things. So the sun brings the energy of that joy and happiness. So what that is saying, it also can be Leo energy. So what that's saying to me is once you get through this, it is going to lead you to very happy circumstances. Now take it as it resonates. I don't know if this is job, relationship, friendships, but there's definitely something that's going to need to change. Surrender you need to control so you can get to freedom, right? Creating your own happiness, like that sun card. All right. So from the Maine Oracle deck, I love this deck. I bought it because I live in Maine and it was created by somebody in Maine. She did all the drawings herself and created the poetry that goes with them. It's a very unique deck. So number 26 is an 8. 8 is mastery and infinity. This is your second 8 of the reading because you had that 8 of Pentacles. Here may be an exchange across the wires. Here may be broadcasts and publicity. Should one encounter differing views, one is wise to maintain civility. So yeah, this totally fits, right? The Gemini new moon of communication, right? Socialization. But if you encounter somebody with differing opinions, remain civil. Don't get into an all-out battle about some opinion or what you're doing, right? If you are truly leaving a situation or moving on from it or setting boundaries. Sometimes we just have to be matter of fact and say, you know what? This is what I'm doing from now on. I'm not going to work for this company for free, coming in early off the clock, staying late off the clock, working all this time. People are not going to call me and text me when I'm not clocked in. That could be one thing. Or it could be setting boundaries with friendships, right? Or in relationships. Either way, however it resonates for you. Now, from my new deck, the card you have is, and these are, I wish they would have done this really in black and white or some other color. Possible. Roots work quiet. Stems reach light. So this is about the possibilities when you plant roots, when you plant a seed, that it will grow. So planting a seed to do with your own future and what you want is the message here. What you plant and focus on and water will grow. Okay, Scorpios? So go out there and make that seed the thing that is good for you, for your soul, right? For your freedom, for your happiness. Okay, I hope this has helped. Please do give it a like, a thumbs up, a share, and a comment. Peace and kindness every single day. I love you all.